You fake laugh at every joke, even if it's not funny. Terrible. Okay, welcome back. I have not done one of these sit down, talk to the camera videos by myself in literally a year. I just checked. It was January 16th, the last time I put a camera on a tripod, talked to the camera, and here I am. And it feels really fucking uncomfortable. It feels like the first time I made a YouTube video. Only the first time I made a YouTube video, I was 23, I think. Now it's just like, what am I doing? I almost made Irene come and sit with me, and then I was like, no, it's not necessary, do it yourself. Because what I'm doing today is an assumptions video because I straight up needed a little lazy content. I don't know if you guys noticed, probably didn't, but last week I didn't upload at all, and it's not even like it was this intentional thing. I just got the cut back from my editor, started watching it, got bored, forgot about it, didn't upload it because I guess I assumed if I got too bored to finish it, then it was too boring to upload, and old me would have had some type of panic attack OCD breakdown. But I think that I've really done a lot of work in overcoming that. Nice ramble. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me your assumptions. I gotta be honest, I was going, I don't know what's wrong. I was expecting a lot of hate. I had to really dig to find some. Most of them were very kind. So thank you for everybody who was just saying like really sweet shit in there. I appreciate you. But nobody wants to see that. So I found the ones that I think people care about the most, question mark. Before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Buffy. Okay, listen, this is not part of the talking points, but I'm going to say it. So when I got the offer for this brand deal, I got this thing that was like, oh, the best sheets, the best night's sleep, they're cooling, they're the most comfortable things you'll ever feel. And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, that's a claim that everybody makes. The best night's sleep you're ever gonna get. So comfortable. Listen to me. When I got these damn sheets and I put them on my bed, my life changed because I am the hottest sleeper in the world. I will wake up in a pool of sweat, even if I'm naked, if I have the air on 60 degrees. I wake up hot because my body absorbs the heat or something from the mattress and the sheets, whatever. These sheets feel like an air conditioner on your body. They are so cooling. So Buffy offers comforter sheets, pillows, duvet covers, everything to make your bed the most comfy it can be. And they're made out of eucalyptus fibers, not cotton. And that's what makes it so breathable and cool to the touch. I'm not kidding you guys. It feels almost wet. It's so cooling. I have not woken up in a hot sweat since I got these sheets. I'm not kidding you. The best night's sleep I've ever had. And I'm just gonna go ahead and read this because I don't want to mess it up. But the eucalyptus isn't just softer, it's earth friendly. It's sourced from renewable forests, consumes 10 times less water to grow, and is transformed into ultra smooth fiber through a waste-free production process. Cruelty-free, hypoallergenic, no down feathers, no animal products, but it feels like a down comforter. And they have a free trial, so you can try them. There's free returns if you don't like it, free shipping, you can return it for free, and they have over 17,000 5-star ratings. Anyways, there's a link down below, and you can use my code GABBY. If you're a hot sleeper, if you've been looking into new sheets, seriously give it a try. It's like, okay, so into the assumptions. Here we go. I tried to get the ones that it seemed like they were happening over and over and over again. You're going to quit YouTube. I think I've answered this so many times, and I'll answer it the same way I generally answer it, which is I'll never quit YouTube. I'll never leave entirely, especially when it comes to my music content, if it comes to any type of artistic piece I'm working on, if it comes to, you know, behind the scenes, the making of music, my music videos, obviously stuff like that. And then when I feel like doing stuff, when I did my video with Irene with the eyebrows, that was something I genuinely wanted to do. I wanted to film it. That type of stuff I'm always gonna keep doing. If I have something that I want to document or I think is really fun, I'm going to continue to put that in my YouTube channel. So I'm not gonna ghost it, but I've so far fallen out of love with what I used to love with YouTube. I'm just not going to be every week like, I need an idea, I need that banger. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I haven't really done that for a long time. I think I said it in my last video where it's like I really stopped focusing on it when I started cleaning my carpet for a living. You know what I mean? So no, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not going anywhere. It's just, it's not my goal. There's no shame in loving YouTube and wanting YouTube to be your career, but you have to be passionate about it. And I used to be passionate about it. And then I just discovered a lot about myself, and I'd rather write music or write poetry or draw or paint, dance or work on shorts or literally anything. And they'll all live on YouTube, but am I gonna put myself through caffeine withdrawals for a week again for YouTube? No. You don't hang out with Taylor anymore. I literally just posted a picture of her on my Instagram pretty recently. She was at my Broken Girls release party. By the way, if you haven't seen Broken Girls, link in description, please go watch it. I love that music video so much. I think it's the best one I've done yet. But I say that every time I put one out, whatever. Just because you don't see me with people doesn't mean that we don't hang out, or if we don't hang out, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong. There's an ebb and flow of life that I think people forget about a lot, where people get new jobs, people get into relationships, people start new hobbies, people start fitness journeys. Like, there's so many different reasons why bought a $2.5 million home. I'm gonna hear that first now. You feel too old for YouTube now. Yes, and you know what? I think subconsciously that's why I put my hair in space buns. I don't know if it's so much too old. There's people much older than me on the platform killing it. No, I feel too old. I'm straight up too old for YouTube. I'm definitely too old for TikTok. I've considered TikToking. Actually, no, I haven't. I know that it would be smart for me to TikTok, and maybe at some point I'll be swayed into it, but I just can't delude myself into thinking that I belong on that platform. I don't feel like I belong anywhere, if I'm being very honest. I hate myself. Nobody asked me about TikTok. You are looking to get a nose job for a pixie nose. I think there were a couple about nose jobs in here. No, I would not. My nose used to be something that I was very, very insecure about. Then I got injections to straighten it out, which helped a lot. But I don't think straight up that I would look good with a small nose. I think it looks fucking weird. The space between my lip and my nose gets really small. I have these big eyes and this big upper head. I'm looking into the viewfinder. And then I have this tiny lower face and mouth. And I feel like if I had a tiny nose, it would just look weird and not look myself. And I also think that my nose is something that's always set me apart from everybody else. I like it, and it's a part of my heritage, part of being like Middle Eastern and Lebanese, and it's not something I feel insecure about. Once I straightened it out with the injections, the size has never bothered me. And straight up, comment below, let me know. I don't think it's that big. Maybe I'm delusional. I'm definitely delusional. I don't think my nose is that big, and I don't think it looks that bad. You're scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark when it's out of context. I like the dark when it's bedtime, but if the lights and everything were about to go out right now, I'd really want to die. That'd be so scary. You get stressed easily / you bottle up your emotions. These are things that happen to me. Yes, I get stressed very easily, and I do bottle up my emotions, which is the opposite of what I used to do, which is like everything would come out at once, but it was always the wrong emotions. So if I was feeling intense sadness or pain or whatever it is, it would come out as anger because I didn't know how to express the actual feelings that I was having. And I do get stressed very, very easily. I've learned that that's something that comes along with my ADHD, is you have a really low threshold for stress or frustration. You have a ton of songs you've never showed us. Definitely. I have an entire album that I've never showed you. Showed? You're actually very assertive, if not aggressive, not so passive like you say you are. I don't think I've literally ever said I was passive, to be honest. I think that I would definitely describe myself as assertive and aggressive when it comes to a lot of things, actually. I think that especially in business, I'm very assertive and very aggressive because I feel like, especially being a woman in the industry, hate to be this person, but it's true. Being a woman in Hollywood, you are so looked over with your opinion. I've had the experience with people I've worked with in music, people I've worked with on tour. I'll literally be told, oh, don't worry about it, sweetie. Like that. So I have to assert my dominance. And Nicki Minaj said something about it where it's like, if a guy does it, he's a boss. If a girl does it, she's a bitch. I actually have a poem in my book called Flies. Flip through once, didn't find it, not gonna find it. These were all just like nice ones in a row, which is super sweet. You're very down to earth. You love your fans more than your boyfriend. You're happier than you've ever been, but depression is still a struggle. That's the T. You're trying to be a better friend, definitely every day. In school, you thought you would become famous because you didn't have a ton of friends. Dude, that's so crazy. When I was in school, elementary school, junior high, high school, and in college, when people would ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? What are you gonna do? I would legit be like, oh, I'm gonna be famous. And it was a joke. I'm gonna be a rock star. And I would just say something like that, and it was kind of a deflection of my lack of self-esteem, but also a way to kind of speak my dream, if that makes sense. Because I would say it so flippantly as a joke, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a rock star. I didn't have a ton of friends. I definitely had people who, when I think about my high school friends, it's like, oh yeah, those were my best friends, whatever. But I have a really hard time connecting to people. I have a lot of walls up. I live this constant paradox. of I want friends and I feel lonely a lot, but when people hit me up and they're like, I want to be your friend, like let's hang out, I miss you, when can I see you? The idea of hanging out scares me, and I'm still trying to figure out what it is, whether it's I'm just lazy, whether it's if I don't feel a connection right away, I feel like I'm never gonna feel a connection, whether it's the fear of getting close to somebody and then getting hurt or rejected. You have not shared everything that you feel like you should with your boyfriend. I don't think that's true, actually. I've never felt more unapologetically open and comfortable with sharing everything that comes to my mind. We have no secrets. We have really great communication, and I've never felt like I couldn't tell him something. He's just the most incredibly understanding, loving, beautiful person. He would never judge me for anything, you know? You'll never do a house tour. Come on, I'm dying here. I actually did do a house tour. Maybe you mean a completed house tour, but I still have to do my gym and my art room. As I decorate my rooms, I've been showing you them. The next one is the one Kristen did. Kristen McAtee did my bedroom, and it's beautiful. You're not actually happy and you have to put on a mask during a lot of your videos. That used to be true, and I think I talked about this back when it was true sometime last year, but my videos lately are just fun. I'm hanging out with my best friend, I'm doing stuff that I need to do anyways, and when I'm around my friends, I'm happy. That's why I don't sit and do videos by myself anymore, because this just feels weird. But no, what you're seeing in my videos when I'm hanging out with my best friends and when I'm organizing and stuff, I'm not pretending. There's one video where I was in a very weird, anxious mood before we started filming. I think it was the first one where I organized my makeup, and I say in the video, like, I'm really weird today and I'm sorry. I could feel my own negative energy, but I had to film. I was a little tense, a little anxious in the intro of this video. I told Joe and the organizer that were there, I was like, I'm really sorry if I'm coming off like aggressive or tense or whatever. And Ashley, dude, she's an angel. She just always knows what to say. She's so understanding. I don't like that video. I don't like the way it came out because I don't like feeling negative like that. This person says also cringe, not funny, and egocentric. I think their assumption is I'm cringy, which, I mean, yeah. I'm not funny. I don't know, man. I never called myself a comedian. I've never been the person who wrote that. You know when there's like a short bio about yourself? Author, singer, comedian, blah, blah, blah. I've never put comedian in one of those. That's somebody else writing that shit. Egocentric. No, I don't think that's true. I obviously think about myself. Everybody thinks about themselves and wants the best situation for themselves, but most of my trouble comes in by trying to please people. My goal for 2020 is to start being more careful with my heart and my time and who I give it to, and caring about my own needs and learning how to say no. You ignore any hate from people because it's not worth the time or effort to confront haters. Yeah, it just kind of comes down to if you address haters once, where do you draw the line? When do you start? Where do you pick? What do you choose? It's too much energy taken away. And most of the time, if somebody has decided that they hate you, you're not gonna convince them otherwise. So you fake laugh at every joke, even if it's not funny. Literally just laughed. I think it's more so out of discomfort. You like to show your body a lot. I do like to show my body a lot because I hated my body for so long and I just don't anymore. That feels really good to be able to look at pictures of yourself and your body or videos of you doing something and being like, fuck yeah, you did that. And also that gets more likes. You don't watch YouTube. Correct. Except doll makeover videos. I heard you're a drug addict. Is that true? Correct. I assume you avoid drama because you're afraid of being caught in a lie. No, I don't like it. There were a lot in here about you like drama, you love drama, blah, 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 blah. I really don't. And that's why I don't respond to a lot of stuff the way people want me to, even though I know it would bring a lot of views, it brings attention. I don't like it. You're obsessed with how people view you and if they like you or not. Sometimes, yeah, the word obsessed is heavy, but it does at times take up a lot of my mind. You are high maintenance. In some ways, there's some situations where people are like, oh wow, like you're really easy to work with and like chill and whatever. But then there's other situations, if we're working on a project together, I'm putting a lot of money into it and it's not exactly how I want it, I have problems with that. You only liked Queen after Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie came out. False, bitch! The first song that I remember being my favorite song was I Want to Ride My Bicycle. I was pretending to pop wheelies in the backseat of my dad's car in my mom's pumps. Another one bites the dust. Freddie's, dude. No, it reignited my passion. I'll give you that. You're really misunderstood and try your best. People use your past mistakes against you. I feel like my intentions are always kind of twisted. My words are twisted a lot. I actually had a song that I was writing about that. It was like, to all the people I hurt, even if I had good intentions. and I never finished it. You're gay. People really think I'm gay. I feel like I'm more curious than I've ever been, but I'm in a monogamous relationship, so it doesn't matter. You are very kind, but could beat someone up if you had to. Yo, straight up. Oh, can't wait to see that in the edit. You're a selfish friend. Like when your stuff is crazy, it's all that matters. That's something I've been trying to work on because I do feel that way sometimes because I feel like I'm always having something go on, a meltdown of some type. Sometimes I worry that my friends don't want to tell me their problems because they feel like mine are worse, if that makes sense. Oh, she's going through a lot, I better not. So I do try my best, even if I'm in it, to be like, anyways, how are you? You're really smart in real life, but you act like a dumbass. You're really smart in real life, but you act like a dumbass. You're really smart in real life, but act like a dumbass on camera. Is this charging? I don't think I pretend to be dumb. You grew up in a rough home and that's why you're always so happy and bright. Am I happy and bright? You don't recognize your toxic traits. Maybe. I guess I wouldn't know how to answer that because if I didn't recognize them, then I wouldn't be able to say if I recognize them, but I do spend a lot of time in therapy and uncover shit there. You are a clout chaser. Where? You're the girl who complains about not getting a guy but rejects every guy. F***ing guilty, dude. I for so long was like, I'm single and I can't get a guy, but it's just because I'm so picky. You don't actually prefer Irene over Joe. You just say it for the video. Joe started that joke. Of course I don't mean it. You're a pathological liar. That's my favorite assumption. If I was a pathological liar and I was just like, no, I'm not. That's the one thing a pathological liar would lie about. Well, no, they'd lie about everything, but they're not gonna tell you the truth now. You're actually smarter than you look.
Do I look dumb?
I didn't know I looked dumb. I have space buns, so maybe, yeah, I get it, I guess. You don't take criticism well because you see it as hate. It's not that I don't take criticism well, because if you're somebody who's ever worked with me in a creative environment, I want criticism, I want feedback because I'm insecure. I send my demos to so many different people in different areas and different types of producers, and I'm like, what do you think? Because I want to be better, not just in professional stuff, but in my personal life too, where I'm like, do you think I'm annoying? Like, it's to the point of it's too much. But if you're presenting somebody with criticism, but you started off in a way that is hateful. Okay, I actually saw this in a video that didn't have to do with me, and I don't want to call out the person that made the video because I'm actually a big fan of their videos, or the other person who I'm friends with, but somebody made a video about somebody I'm friends with where they were talking about work that they do, and the video started with, this thing that this person does is very bad, awful, terrible, and then goes through the video, and then at some point in the video goes, and this person, if they would just listen to constructive criticism from people like me, this person's not gonna watch your video to this point because you started off your video by saying, it's bad, terrible, they do not deserve this thing. Why would they take your criticism? Because you've already shut them down emotionally. What that person was saying was helpful, but if I was that person watching the video, I would have never been able to get through it. And then you never give that person the opportunity to get to the point of constructive criticism. Does that make sense? You act confident or over the top to make up for your insecurities. Yes, bitch! I think I act insecure and confident at times, but that reminds me definitely of when I was in high school. I was so insecure and sad. I would spend all morning before school crying at home, and then when I got to school, I would be so over the top, like, hey guys, like I'm goofy, good morning, bitch. I was so extra in the morning and wanted to be the funny guy so bad, and it came off as obnoxious. That's where the Gabby show came from. I think I talked about that before, where someone was like, oh, here comes the Gabby show, because I was so extra, trying to hide the fact that I was so insecure. That you need to take a self-care day. Yes. So thank you for letting me do this very kind of lazy video. I did like it. It's been a while since I've been able to do this, and I kind of warmed up into it a little bit. It was kind of awkward at first. Thank you so much for your questions and for being here. Well, they're not questions, they were assumptions. Thank you for assuming things about me and for being here and for listening and for giving me a moment to chill and breathe. Thank you. I really appreciate that a lot. What's my outro? This is this week's Showstopper of the Week. Thank you so much for all your love and support. These are my patrons. Thank you. Subscribe to my Patreon. I'm revamping it. I'm changing up the tiers. I've been doing it for a few months and I've learned a lot of stuff is just not working or too difficult to keep up with, or I'm not able to fulfill some of the things that I thought I was able to. If you've already seen it, check it out again because it might be more interesting to you now. As always, I love you very much. Thanks for being part of my family. I'll see you next time.